Laura Ray, and I'm here with my top 5 eyeshadow palettes for mature eyes. These work great on my mature eyes. They blend beautifully. These are the palettes out of all the palettes I have, which are dozens, that I tend to reach for just naturally because I always get a look that I'm happy with. I love this one from Canmake. It's so affordable. I've talked about this line many times on my channel, but I love these palettes. These shadows act like high-end. It's very hard to find a satin eyeshadow anymore. There's so many with glitter, shimmer. This is actually a satin on the eye. It looks so expensive and luxe. I love the way they blend, yet they're so affordable. So this is one of my favorites. Another drugstore palette that I love is from Wet n Wild. This is their Always Naked. The only shade in this palette I'm not a fan of is this one with the glitter. The rest, amazing. These perform beautifully. They look great on my eyes. I love that you have so many different shades that work well together. This whole palette works amazing together. I can dip into any of these, blend a few shades, and get a beautiful look that doesn't look muddy. These last on the eyes. They look great on my mature eyes. Like I said, the only shade I'm not happy with is the glitter because it falls everywhere. But for this price, it's incredible, and I think it's perfect for my mature skin. I've talked a lot about Mallie recently. I found this palette on Amazon, and it has quickly become a favorite. I love all of these. This shade here is just so fantastic for contouring. And this one, anywhere you want to highlight, you could even use this as a cheek highlighter. A lot of times I'll use this for a contour and cheek highlighter and then use the eyeshadows on my eyes, and I get almost a full makeup look out of this one palette. These shadows that Mallie does, she is great at doing the shimmer. She is great at formulas that work on mature eyes. So I'm so thrilled with this palette, and it's one I find myself reaching for all the time. I can't help myself. I love Urban Decay. I have pretty much most of their palettes they've made, but I have found myself really drawn to these minis. I love how portable they are. They're just perfect. Everything's there ready to go, and it's just so simple, and I always get a consistent, great look from them. So I want to share my two favorites. One is the Naked 2. I held off on buying this for a very long time. Like many of you, I thought those are sort of boring. But what I've found is I get my most beautiful eye looks with this palette. I've had so many compliments wearing it. You know, the eyeshadow can look like a work of art and be beautiful, or it can bring out your eyes and be beautiful. This one brings out my eyes. I thought I looked horrible in cool tones, but I found out I actually like them better than warm using this palette. So this has become my go-to for a soft, beautiful look that brings out the color of my eyes. This is a more recent purchase. It's the Urban Decay Foxy. Now, I was drawn to this because of the green shades. It's what I'm wearing now. I love this palette. It is wearable for work. I tend to use it, go in softer with the shimmer shades and use more of the matte for work. But if you want a little more glam look for the evening, you can definitely get it with this palette. Now, I love it because I actually went underneath my eyes like a liner with this shade right here. And it made my eyes look a little larger. It's very soft. Using powder under the eyes is much softer than using a pencil or any kind of other liner. So I like to smudge a little bit of color under the lower lash line. But this has quickly become one of my all-time favorite palettes. So those are my top 5 palettes that I love, that I naturally reach for because I think they give my eyes a look that I'm really happy with. Please tell us in the comments, what are your favorite palettes? I'd love to hear. And if it's something I haven't tried, I'd love to give it a go. I hope if you enjoyed this video, you'll leave a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would love to have you here. We have a beautiful community. Speaking of that, I also will be posting a video on Saturday, and I would love to see you there. Have a blessed and beautiful week.